Hey, what's up everybody? Chris here, and today we've got an unboxing video. So I have been interested in ordering an Xbox Design Lab controller for some time. There have been so many times where I went in and made one, loved the design, but was like, I don't know, I don't need to spend, 70, 80, whatever it may have been, dollars on a new controller when I've got some here that came with the system, whether it was the Series S, Series X, whatever it may be. But recently I was like, you know what, like I've been thinking about this forever. I'm gonna do it. I wanna make one, test it out, see what the end product looks like, and kind of talk you through and give you my experience of sort of what ordering it looked like. So let's jump right into it. Hey, as always, if you're enjoying this content, please do me a favor. Please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Please be sure to subscribe. I very much appreciate your viewership, and let me know what you think about the controller that I've come up with down in the comments below. So I ordered this on April 14th. Today is April 26th. It literally just showed up on my doorstep. I just finished work a little while ago, just got home. It was there waiting for me, and so I've got the box here, and we're gonna jump right into it. So here's the box that it showed up in. We're gonna tear into it, see what we've got here. So again, I ordered this on April 14th. It is the 26th today, so it took a little while, and it was delayed in transit, and I'll talk a little bit about that too. I've got my handy dandy opening tool, unboxing tool here, so let's take a look at this and see what's going on. While I'm opening this, I'll just tell you a little bit about the process. So once I ordered it, I got a notification when it had been, I guess, manufactured and picked up, and it was in China where it was picked up. Can't remember the name of the province. I'll probably post an image to sort of go along with this commentary here. It got picked up. It made it to Anchorage, Alaska. Again, I live on the East Coast in the U.S. I'm in North Carolina. It sat in Alaska for days, right? So it sat there for a couple of days. Then I got a notification that there was some kind of customs issue and that FedEx was waiting on some kind of information to be processed to go through, and it was sort of this weird alert via the FedEx website, and I was thinking, am I just not going to ever see this thing? What's going to happen? But I just kind of let it sit there. I didn't ping Xbox. I just wanted to let the process play out. Sure enough, a few days later, it did finally go through. It made it from Alaska to, I think it was Concord. I live in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. Then it made it to Charlotte and then finally got here. So anyway, got the box open. It's just kind of a nondescript cardboard box, and then when you open it up, this is what you see. An interesting sort of box. I'm not sure if the glare, I'll tilt it a little bit, sort of, dilutes that at all, but it doesn't look like a typical controller box you would get from Xbox where you can see the color on the front. It's more of a kind of generic thing, which makes sense, right? Because people are going to design these to look however they want to look. My dog's laying on my bed here, and I have a feeling she's going to lay into this cardboard if I don't move it out of the way. So I'm going to do that. So anyway, this is a better look at the box if it's showing up here, which I think it is a little bit better. I'm sure some of you that are watching this video have probably recently ordered something via the Design Lab, and you're getting excited about it and you want to check it out, and this is what the box looks like. But if you're someone who already has a controller from the Design Lab, let me know what your design looks like below, and I'll kind of give you the rationale for how I set mine up and why I set it up and designed it the way that I did, if I can get the box open. I'm trying to figure out how to get the box open. There's a seal, a peel-away seal here at the bottom side. So I'm going to do the peel. It's always a very satisfying thing to get through that part of the process. Okay, it just sort of opens up from there. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so I just got my box open all the way here. It's kind of falling apart on me a little bit. But anyway, this is what my controller looks like, and I'm going to talk about it and give you kind of a better view of it here as I'm sort of going through it. So you can see some of the mock-ups that I sort of made for this. So I've mentioned in previous videos, you can see it in my room tour video, which I published not long ago, that I'm an East Carolina University alumnus. And so I had been wanting to make an ECU themed controller. And if you know anything about ECU, the colors are purple and gold, but the gold is really more of kind of a yellow color. So it was kind of hard to strike a balance on the design there. And so what I decided to do was to go with the gold or kind of gold yellow analog sticks, because it is very close to the gold that you see in ECU's uniforms, whether it's for football, baseball, basketball, whatever it might be. And a lot of the jersey color schemes are frequently kind of a purple and gold and white, so mostly purple with gold and white accents, or sometimes we have black jerseys with purple and gold in it with a primarily kind of black color palette, but to me that doesn't scream ECU, right? Like that's not our main color, our primary color, so I didn't really want to go with that, even though I did love the way the design of some of those images looked. So this is really kind of what it ended up looking like here. One thing I should note is that a neighbor of mine is getting a tree removed right now, so if you hear a lot of grinding in the background, stump grinding, loud construction noises, that's what that is. Hopefully my microphone isn't picking up too much of that as I sort of navigate explaining this to you, but we'll just kind of keep moving from here. So I've got the gold analog sticks, I've got the white D-pad. That was something that I thought was kind of a nice offset to the rest of the colors. As far as the X, Y, and A and B buttons are concerned, there's a couple of things I could have done with that, but I liked sort of the darker kind of blackish gray inset design with that, so that's what I went with. And I sort of mimicked that also with the menu, the share, and the start buttons. Also, you can sort of see that present here. But I carried that theme of the white over to the buttons that are up top, so RB and LB. But I also wanted to be sure that I had one more sort of gold accent there, because that is a very East Carolina thing. So on the triggers on the back, I went with that gold color yet again. And so one other thing that I did, well, actually two other things that I did. One other thing that I did was I wanted to make it personalized at least a little bit, just to make it kind of that ECU theme pop out. So Go Pirates was what I went with there. So I've got the print text here. And I got to say, it came out really well. It's kind of subtle. I like that it's not super bright, super loud in the way that it's set up. But I also included the grip textures on the back just because I have an Elite controller and I love the way that that feels. So, you know, my justification in getting this, besides the fact that I just wanted to do it and see what the Design Lab experience was like, is that my kids like to play Xbox too, and so having multiple controllers obviously gives us more availability to play multiplayer games, that sort of thing. Did I need this? No, I didn't, but I wanted it, so I went ahead and got it. So overall, I think that this turned out great. It feels great. It looks great. It's exactly how I envisioned it. It did come with a set of AA batteries in the box, which is awesome. You know, there's a lot of different schools of thought about the batteries with Xbox controllers. Like, yes, I wish it actually was rechargeable, but I will say when I pop in AA batteries into my Xbox controller, it tends to last way longer than a single charge I get from my PS5 controller. And I love that controller, don't get me wrong, but for some reason the charge on that does not last super long in my experience. So yeah, it is kind of a pain to change out batteries, but I do feel like when I put a pair in, they last a good long time. So it's not that big of a deal. I just kind of have a battery order constantly going on Amazon in the background, just in case I need more down the road when inevitably they're gonna die. So anyway, that was my experience with the Xbox Design Lab. I love the way this turned out. I love how personalized it is. In fact, one of the things that I also picked up via Amazon was a holder for my controllers, and I'll show you what those look like here. You can see me sort of placing one on one of those holders right now. I think they're awesome. There's a couple of ways you can put these up too, and I'll put a link to these in the description. You can screw them into the wall. I really didn't want to do that, but they also come with an adhesive backing that's super strong, and so you let it cure for 24 hours once you put it where you want to put it. But it's a nice way to display your controllers, to put them sort of in a safe place, and you know where they're at, and potentially animals can't get to them if you have pets, that sort of thing. And my kids will know to put them there when they're not using them. But yeah, I love this holder. I think the controller looks great in it. So yeah, great experience with the Design Lab. A little bit delayed, took a little bit longer to get here than I thought it would, but that's kind of how it ended up for me. If you've ordered a Design Lab controller, let me know what you think about it down in the comments below, or if you have one on the way, describe what it looks like for me. Tell me your color palette that you went with, your overall approach to it. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back soon.